When are they gonna equip us like that?
When hell freezes over. Or Juan takes a vow of celibacy.
What's this goddamn equipment?
Go to the field hospital or to enroll. You just point them in the right direction.
Watch, don't talk.
You know what? Say what you want about her, but at least when she's on guard,
Today, I thought our chances against renegades were pretty good. But now, I'm not so sure.
Our chances against the renegades are 1 to 100. Us being 100, them being 1. We'll be able to wipe these fuckers off the planet. So see what the boys are doing over here with the civilians. Looks like no one's here. Only one guard on duty so far. I guess the other boys must be sleeping still. What we got over here? Morning, gentlemen.
Great. Another boring post.
Ah, quit your belly aching. We gotta do our bit to keep these people protected.
There was supposed to be a delivery and it hasn't arrived yet. What's going on?
You have to wait. Even Juan cannot make time go faster.
I mean, he can wait comfortably enough, can he? What nonsense are you spouting now? We all know what kind of man Juan is.
Hey, if someone wants to figure out how to get the delivery here faster, be my guest.
Oh, looks like the delivery's being delayed. Well, I'm gonna head out and see what supplies I can requisition for the HQ. Okay, I got reports of a few dark zones in the area that I can scrounge out supplies in.
What just happened? What the hell is going on here? Oh, man, got me.
Easy there, Corporal. Okay, let me look at the map here. According to the map, there should be a dark zone right in here. Alright, Madison on the ship says she needed antibiotics, soap, and morphine requisitioned for the infirmary. So see what I can find. Choose for cigarettes. Maybe I can trade with some of them boys on poker night. That's about the only use I'd get out of cigarettes. I don't smoke. Weapons hot. Shit, I'm out. The more supplies are acquisition for the HQ, the more better off the civilian population will be. The more supplies I get for our soldiers, the more they can do on protecting these people. Once we restore main order to the city, everything should be good for a while. I won't need crystals. The ship won't need them. So I can sell the crystals and the wristwatches and jewelry. The ship only wants me to requisition supplies for them. Food, meds, etc. So valuables like crystals, crystal jewelry, rich wristwatches, cigarettes. That's all junk that I can sell. Reminds me of my good old days on Benoi. more supplies I get for the ship, the better. 2 good bottles of whiskey. As long as the chef doesn't get drunk off his ass. More tools. Craftmasters could use those. Craftmasters and engineers alike. Use them for fortification building and repairing any weapons if needed. Okay, that's one dark zone cleared out. 1 of 3. Alright. Let's look here. Hold on there, Private. I'm coming to save you. Damn renegades.
So close to death.
Report back to HQ. The renegades in the area. I'm gonna push on to the dark zones. This is the second dark zone. Exterminate with extreme prejudice. more antibiotics from Madison. Be able to deliver these supplies to the HQ and keep the ship going for another few months. What we got here? Leather. Ah, here we go. Rice and whiskey. Bunch of cleaning supplies. Can make some more explosives with that. As Burt Gummer said, few household chemicals in the proper proportions. Okay, one more dark zone and that I can report back to HQ. See, that's a smokehouse. There's a dark zone. Alright, well, take this dark zone. Looky there, a nice bottle of old world wine. I'm sure I could hide that back for the boys. Something to celebrate with. Sure, we got plenty of whiskey and vodka, but wine makes people feel a little bit more classy. Alright, let's get out of here and report back to Missy. Back to HQ. Hey, Pennywise.
Hey. What's going on, buddy?
Nothing. Just sitting, waiting until Doomsday hits the clock.
Today, I thought our chances against the Renegades were pretty good.
Don't let the selection dazzle you too much. You
My
recognize
mom's
the
got another
PK's
round of
best stuff,
chemo, and then
don't
they're
you?
gonna see if she's able to have a surgery to have the mass removed from her chest.
Won't want to mess with you.
Hey, Chris, I got a question.
Yeah.
I hope
Do
the
you
purchases
think
do you
my
proud.
mom would be entitled to a lawsuit? Well, actually, 2 lawsuits. The first one is for Johnson & Johnson talcum products, which caused her ovarian cancer back in, like, 2016.
Or 2 in row.
The second lawsuit that I think she could be entitled for is suing the hospital. Because when the Social Security office ordered her to get x-rays done, they only x-rayed her, like, legs and arms. They didn't x-ray her chest or her brain or anything like that. And if they had x-rayed her chest and whole body like they should have done, they would have found the mass in her chest way before she got to stage 3 cancer. So do you think my mom should be entitled to a lawsuit for the hospital or not?
I think so.
Because the hospital didn't do their job correctly. They didn't x-ray her whole body like they should have. They only x-rayed her arms and legs.
Shit. Well, I think so.
If they had done their job right, they would have found my mom's mass in her lung, and she probably would be much better off right now. So,
Yeah, I can understand.
So that's something I'd look into right now if I was her. I'd look into seeing if there was a lawsuit that she could get. Because if the hospital had done their job right, she probably would have had this mass took care of.
Yeah, I would guess.
Right now I'm just role-playing as a Peacekeeper soldier and reporting back to the HQ of what I found in the dark zones. But yeah, I'm gonna talk to my mom about this lawsuit deal because that don't sit right with me. That the hospital didn't do their job right, and if they had just x-rayed her whole body like they should have done, every part of her body, her legs, her arms, her torso, her lower abdomen, her head, her neck even, if they had x-rayed her whole body, they probably would have found that mass, and they probably would have informed her, and she probably would have got this took care of.
You want it?
Yeah, that I would have guessed.
Thanks for that, mister.
Yeah, I'm about to do a little work on my other Warframe frame that I built. Got on Warframe in action. And the game is kind of free. I first got it off of Xbox, but you haven't noticed that. That TheAction.
Right.
But seriously, dude,
X marks the spot.
your mom should sue him for that, because that's just like, bruh.
I'll be underwater on this purchase, but I want it.
I get that the Social Security office ordered her to get an x-ray. The hospital should have x-rayed her whole body, not just her arms and legs. Just because they x-rayed her arms and legs and didn't find anything broken or anything wrong there, they have x-rayed her whole body. Not just her arms and legs, those are limbs. People could use limbs to work with, but people forget. You need your brain to be functioning, you need your lungs to be functioning, you need your neck, spine, all of that other stuff to be functioning in order to work, not just your arms and legs.
Yeah, that's bullshit. Right there.
That's what I said. Because right now, I'm almost lost my mom. She was getting to the point where she couldn't hardly move, her legs were swelling, she couldn't breathe, and her back was hurting, and we had her sent to a hospital over in ARH in Kentucky, and they went and sent her to Cabell Huntington, and they done x-rays on her, and then they found the mass on her chest. So, and according to them, this mass had been growing there for months.
Shit. And that is... Ugh.
And the thing is, 2 months before this is when my mom had her x-rays. So they should have very well x-rayed her chest, and maybe they would have found that mass in her chest, or lung, and they would have informed her, and she probably would have been well on her way to Cabell for these treatments.
That is bullshit.
I'm gonna talk to my mom about this. Cause that ain't right for the hospital to do this. I know some people may look at it as horrible for suing a hospital, but they didn't do their job right. They neglected to do their job correctly, and if they done it right, my mom would have been better off right now.
Actually, that is bullshit. They should have...
They should have done their job correctly.
Yeah, I can understand that, dude. They should have done it correctly. But they will being possibly douchebags. That's about it.
Yeah, when you are ordered by the Social Security office to get x-rays done, that should exclude your entire body, not just your limbs, but your abdomen, your upper torso, your brain, your neck, your back, ribs, the whole shebang, not just your limbs. Just because you have limbs doesn't mean necessarily you're able to work. I mean, my mom's got stage 3 lung cancer right now, and for some stupid, retarded reason, the people at the Social Security office think that she is able to work.
That is bullshit. You're right there.
On so many levels, that is bullshit.
Good God.
And this is her second time battling cancer. The first time it was ovarian cancer from Johnson & Johnson. This time it's lung cancer.
What the fuck up? That is bullshit.
I know.
Fucking dumbass.
If it were up to me, I would have sued the shit out of that hospital, because they didn't x-ray her whole body like they should have. They only x-rayed the parts that that Social Security office ordered for her to have x-rayed. They didn't x-ray her whole body.
Well, that is fucking bullshit right there.
Just because the Social Security office ordered her to have x-rays done of her limbs doesn't necessarily mean that they should have just x-rayed her limbs. They should have x-rayed her lungs, her stomach, her chest, all of that.
That is bullshit. Right. That is bullshit, dude. It's literally action, that is bullshit.
I know. That's what I keep saying.
Alright, hold up, let me get my friend. Let me get a hold of my friend Rob. He needs to hear this.
And if they had gone into X-ray her chest, not only would they have found that mass, but they would have found the fractured disc in her back. She's almost paralyzed from that fractured disc.
Good God, that is bullshit.
And yet the Social Security office thinks she's able to work? Okay, what level of retarded and backwards are these assholes' brains are? Fractured disc in the back and lung cancer, and you still think she's able to work. How fucking retarded do you have to be to think that?
Oh my God, that is bullshit action. I'm calling that shit right fucking there. That is fucking bullshit.
And I know some people are against me using the word retarded in the stream. I'm live streaming right now, by the way, Chris. But it's on a level of so stupidity. A man with Alzheimer's could have told you that that she ain't able to work.
What the fuck?
Sure, you might have forget saying it 10 minutes later or something, but still, that's beside the point. If someone that is able to comprehend and tell you flat out she ain't able to work, then she ain't able to work. Just because you see limbs that are working order doesn't mean that she's necessarily able to work. You're going to need a functioning brain, you're going to need functioning lungs, you're going to need functioning other body parts besides limbs and whatnot. Just because she has her limbs attached does not mean that she's able to work.
Yeah, I can understand that part right there, action. Guys,
in fact, the doctors even told us this. If she picks up anything more than 5 pounds, she could end up paralyzed from the waist down.
Oh my fucking God. That's bullshit. Fuck. Oh, the son of a... That's nasty. That is complete bullshit right fucking there.
So because of this stupid Social Security thinking that she's able to work, even though she's clearly not, they still think that she's able to work and keep her check.
Like, shit. I don't know what's wrong with him, but they are not thinking straight. Good God. Just waited. Good David, he was about this. I mean, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm being honest with you, that is bullshit of what they are doing to your mom right now, because shit. I mean, that is just some pretty bullcrap right there. They should not be doing that to your mom.
Well, they shouldn't, but they're doing it any damn way because they don't give a shit about American people anymore.
Oh my. Yeah, action. Just wait till David hears about this. He's gonna
I mean, shit, they think
Flip
illegal
his
immigrants are
lid.
more important than the American people.
Yeah, I can understand that, dude. Just wait till David hears about this. He's gonna flip his lid when he hears about this.
In my opinion, Biden needs his ass thrown out of office, period. Because he's right now...
Donald Trump needs to fix this shit.
Yes. We need Trump back. So what if he was a crook in some way? He's a hell of a lot times 100 better than the hair-sniffing perv that we have right now.
Yeah, that I can understand, dude. Dude, man, yeah.
I mean, I'd rather walk through a minefield barefoot than to fucking have him as a president.
Yeah, that is fucking bullshit, dude. They
People may look at me,
doing...
and people may look at me like I'm sadistic or crazy for saying that. No, it's a spitting fact. Biden is a horrible president. I may be an American citizen and I love America, but Biden, your ass has got to go.
Yeah, you are not crazy, Action. Action, now I can tell you that much right now. Yeah, buddy.
What we need is a real president, someone that will lead a country right, someone that will do right by the American people, not just fill his damn pockets and give to foreigners just because he thinks that, oh, they come into the country illegally, that they should have all the rights that we have. No, 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 that you should send their asses back to the countries that they come from. If they want to come into the U.S., then they should do it legally, with papers and shit, and not just crossing the border willy-nilly.
Yeah, I can understand that part right there, Action. That is fucking bullshit.
And the fact that Biden is letting the freaking illegal immigrants go into the U.S., he literally flooded the U.S. with illegal immigrants. Didn't you hear about his border crisis?
Yeah, that part I can understand their Action.
Yeah, Biden 100% sucks. People may like him. In my opinion, oh, so you like a hair-sniffing perv, huh? Because literally, there's videos of Biden that gives me the fucking goosebumps whenever he fucking is standing behind a girl sniffing her hair. Every time I see that damn video. Over to Randall's room. I'm guessing Randall's crapping his guts out.
Yeah, from the way where I heard that shit, that should not be happening to people, Action. Like, literally. My friend. And that should not be happening to your mom at all. Oh, Action. Like, I'm being honest, bud. That should not be happening to your mom at all. And I think my friend Robert would probably agree with me if he'll be on that part. Because the way shit is going down right now, Action, for you and your mom, all that shit should not be goddamn happening into you. Into you, buddy. You know what I mean? Action? That stuff should not be having to see you at all. At all, buddy. They may think they're doing the right thing, but they're not. They're just not thinking goddamn straight. They do their goddamn brains. I mean, shit. Like, they are literally not thinking straight direction. Like, literally, bud. They are not thinking straight. They are not using no goddamn head.
Alright, I'm back. Sorry about that.
You're fine, Action.
What was I saying? Right. Biden's ass needs to go. When he ain't done not one bit of good for the U.S. He's attacked the Second Amendment rights. He's caused higher gas prices. He's flooded the U.S. with illegal immigrants, and he's taken away people's Social Security and given it to them.
I enjoy this fucking. Get better. Focus on your task.
And he's a hair-sniffing perv. So, if I had to choose between walking barefoot on nails or having him as a president, I'd take the nails. I'm sorry, U.S. people who love Biden, but in my opinion, y'all are picking a dumbass president.
Yeah, that part I can understand their action. What they were doing is kind of stupid.
Because right now, people think that Biden is great and all, and he's better than Trump. No, that's a big understatement right there. That is a big, fat understatement there. Biden is way worse than Trump. I mean, Trump may have been a crook in some way, but I would rather have him. Alright, at least we know that Trump is not a hair-sniffing perv that raised gas prices, attacks the Second Amendment, and flooded the U.S. with illegal immigrants. I'd rather have Trump. Despite what people say with him and his money scheme or whatever, no, I would rather have him. And at least back in 2020, Trump was really willing to help the U.S. Because back in 2020, when Trump was president, he was giving people stimulus checks to help them in the times of their struggle, because there were people that were losing their jobs because of this COVID shit.
Yeah, that part I can understand right there, action.
And what has Biden done for people that have lost their jobs? Nothing. He ain't done a damn thing except fill his pockets and flood the states with illegal immigrants.
Yeah, that part I can understand right there, action. That is bullshit.
Add a like to the video or subscribe if you are a Trump supporter. I mean, yeah, Trump may have been against bisexual people. I'm not against bisexual people at all, alright? I know some people that are bisexual. I have no problem with them being bisexual or transgender. In my opinion, they can be with whoever or whatever they want. They can identify themselves as a penguin for all I care, as long as they don't do anything illegal to themselves or to anyone. And I mean illegal as in self-mutilation or attempted suicide. I don't know if you'd consider that. But yeah. People can identify themselves as a penguin, a cat, dog, whatever you want to identify yourself as long as you don't do anything illegal to hurt someone or hurt the U.S. or yourself, then you can identify pretty much anyone in yourself as anything or anyone. And on top of that, you can be with anybody you want. I mean, it's a free country. If a guy wants to be with a guy, good for him. If a girl wants to be with a girl, good for them. It's their choice. I mean, who's to dictate who they're with, right?
Yeah.
It's a free country. People can be with who they want to be. I wish I was old enough to run for presidency. I would. But you have to be at least 30. But you have to be at least 30 years old to run for presidency. If I was 30 years old, I probably would have tried campaigning for it. And I would have tried fixing some of the shit that Biden had done.
Yeah, that's all I do. Actually, I can understand, buddy.
Number uno problem is getting rid of these illegal immigrants. People may think of that as being racist. Not if you're sending them back to their home states where they came from. Racism is where you use slurs and discriminate them.
Yeah.
My point of view is sending them back to the states where they come from and not letting them back into the U.S. If they want to come into the U.S., then they're going to have to do it legally. Sign papers, show ID, all that nonsense. Not just come in willy-nilly just because they feel like it. So that would be the first thing I'd fix, is hunt down any and all illegal immigrants that came into the U.S. because of Biden's bullshit, and send them straight back to wherever they came from. Whatever state they're from, or whatever country they're from, send them back to it. And then protest for the Second Amendment rights. Not against, for. I want to support the Second Amendment rights. I love guns. I do. I'm a gun nut. So if I was a presidency, I would want Brennan Herrera, Demolition Ranch, and Kentucky Ballistics to run for congressman to support Second Amendment rights. That would be the second thing I'd fix if I was president. The third thing is lower the damn gas prices. I mean, $5 or $6 for one measly gallon of gas? Are you kidding me? $1.75 should be where it's at.
Yeah, I can understand that part of the action. I mean, literally, they should not be doing this baloney shit to anybody, especially the one that does that stuff for you. You're alive, you know what I mean?
Right.
Shit, David is gonna flip his lid when he hears about all this action, and I'm not joking.
And the fourth thing I'd probably fix if I was a president, I'd probably decrease the taxes. I would probably give people an increase on their Social Security or disability, because I already know hundreds of people that have got it hard, especially those who are disabled. So I would give them at least a small increase on their income or something. Because they deserve it, man. They don't deserve to struggle.
Yeah, I can understand that idea of action.
We're gonna go kill
I
some
mean,
revenants.
once David is in this party, he's gonna want to hear all this bullshit shit, hear what's going on. And I mean,
yeah,
he's
the way...
not too much of a happy guy when he hears about all this.
Yeah, if I was a presidency, I would want Brennan Herrera, Demolition Ranch, and Kentucky Ballistics to run for Congress to support gun rights, to support the Second Amendment, because, let's just face it, the Second Amendment is awesome. You get guns to the right people, they're going to protect their homes, they're going to protect themselves. Biden ain't in any position to dictate who owns what. I mean, yeah, if it's automatic, yeah, I get that it's illegal. But the thing is, if it's a semi-automatic or a bolt-action or a shotgun even, people can own it. He ain't in any position to dictate what people own to defend their homes. If people want to own an AR-15 to protect their homes, then that's their choice. If people want to own a fucking Desert Eagle 357 Magnum to protect their homes, that's their choice. It's their home. You can't dictate what they own. I mean, unless it's a fucking minigun. If it's a minigun, then there's gonna be some issues. Number one, how the hell did you get a minigun to begin with?
Yeah, I would agree with you right there, Action.
Yeah, I would want those three guys, those three top guys, because I watch all of their channels. I watch Demolition Ranch's test on Wish Armor. I watch Brandon Herrera's Darwin Award videos. Kentucky Ballistics trying out zombie torsos with the punt gun. That thing is basically a fucking cannon.
That I can understand, Alex.
So, yeah, if I was a president, those three guys I'd have run for Congress to support Second Amendment rights. Because it's everyone's right in the U.S. to own what they want.
Yeah, I can understand that right there, Action, because what they are doing right now is completely bullshit. I mean, goddamn. Damn, let's wait till David hears all this baloney shit. He's gonna pop his flipping lid.
Yeah, I know some people would look at me as a sadist or a moron or not speaking American truth at all. I'm an American. I believe in equal rights for everyone, okay? Except for those who do the illegal shit. If you want to come into the U.S., do it legally. Get the papers, get the IDs, all that important shit. Not just come in just because you see a door. You see a gate or door, then take that as your hint to not go past that. You go past that, and you'll either get tased, or the shit beat out of you, or even shot. I mean, it depends on how you react. If you get tased, you get tased. If you decide to run, then you're gonna get tased or pepper sprayed. If you decide to pull a knife on a guard, you damn right they're gonna put a bullet in your ass. But yeah, I'd protest equal rights for all. Well, I wouldn't protest against it, I'd protest for it. I'd support it. Equal rights for the bisexuals, transgenders, all of them, except for the illegal immigrants, and I get that they want to become U.S. citizens, but if you're going to come into the U.S., do it legally. Then I'll protest the rights for you. But if you come in illegally, I'm sorry, but you're on your own. People may look at me like a sadist or a racist or a loony for saying that kind of stuff, but it's true. I mean, you get all these people that do this illegal shit that ain't supposed to be in the U.S. or does something that's illegal and heinous for the U.S., then yeah, you're not gonna get any equal rights whatsoever. You may want those rights, but you expect people to give you those rights when you do something illegal or wrong or stupid? You expect someone to give you those rights? Because you can't.
Shit, David's gonna flip his lid when he... Yeah, I can understand that Action. But let me tell you this. David is gonna flip his lid when he hears all this baloney shit, because he's gonna go... Whoop, whoop, whoop. And I mean, he's gonna go cuckoo when he hears all this action, so... I mean, I know my boy David, but he's gonna go haywire when he hears all this. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And I get that people want equal rights for everyone in the U.S. or everyone in the world, but you're forgetting there's some people that just don't deserve equal rights, like those who do illegal shit. Do you really expect illegal immigrants, people that ain't in the U.S. at all, or freaking people that do illegal shit, like let's say murder, child rape, fucking terrorism, you expect them to have equal rights the same as you? Of course fucking not!
Yeah, I can understand that right fucking now. Interaction. That right there gets my blood aboard. I mean, I got women been adding me on Instagram. Because you know I'm a guy that's gonna protect your ass. Yes, you know what I mean? In action.
Right.
I see a woman getting slapped or anything, I'm gonna get in her face. Looks like a mean son of a gun. Then I'm gonna whack him in the face. And they're not gonna like me.
And there'd be another thing I would fix is teachers teaching kids to be transgender or bisexual. Your teachers, you're supposed to be teaching a subject in school, not teach them to be transgender or bisexual. That's a choice they can make on their own. They don't need you to try to talk them into making that type of decision. Okay?
Good God! What the fuck?
If teenagers want to be bisexual, that's their choice. If they want to be transgender and have a sex change operation, then that's their choice. They don't need a teacher to teach them, hey, you can do this if you want to, or teach them to do this. Teach the subject that you're meant to teach. History, math, English. Not fucking that shit, okay? Teach them what you're supposed to teach them. That's your job. Not teach them the be bisexual or transgender. That's a choice that they can make on their own.
God!
Because when I was in high school, none of my teachers tried teaching that subject. Nowadays in school, teachers were trying to teach students that shit.
What the bleh?
If I was a principal at that school, I would have said, you teach that subject again in this school, and I'm going to make sure you're fired. Teach the subject you're meant to teach, not that. I catch you teaching that subject again, you're fired.
Dude, what the fuck?
They're meant there to teach kids what they're meant to learn. History, math, English, not learn to be bisexual. I'm pretty sure they can learn just by having feelings for one another. I mean, it's simple as that. Bisexualism, people can learn just by having feelings for one or more genders. That's easy to learn. People can learn that on their own. They don't need school for that. Same thing with transgender. If they want to have a sex change operation, that's something they can find out on their own from a doctor. If they want to talk to a doctor about getting something like that done, then that's their choice. They ain't in any position to learn that from a teacher, and there's no teacher in this world that should be teaching a kid that.
What the blue?
And people may look at me like I'm a horrible person for saying this, but it's true. Teachers are meant to teach the subjects that they're sent there to teach, not that shit. Let the kids learn this on their own, learn that on their own. Teach them what you're meant to teach. I give the teacher at least a warning, and if I caught him teaching that again, then I'd fire him. I'd at least give them a chance to keep their job. I wouldn't fire them on the spot. I'd at least be a nice principal and give them a chance to redeem themselves and then try to be a different teacher. Because that's what teachers are supposed to do. They're supposed to teach the kids the subjects they're meant to teach, not freaking whatever comes to their mind. Because I promise you, when I was in high school, none of my teachers taught that stuff.
Good God, that is bullshit.
When I saw a video of a teacher trying to teach kids that stuff, I'm thinking, you're a teacher. Teach what you're meant to teach, not that. Because she had this, and I know people may look at me like a horrible person for saying this, but she had one of those Pride Day flags over top of, like, I don't know if it was a math board or a history board or something, but They had it over the board of the subject that they were supposed to be teaching, and this one student spoke out and said, "You're supposed to teach us what we're supposed to learn, not this." And I agree with him. You teach them what you're meant to teach, not just whatever other subject that you think comes to mind. Or whatever subject that you want to support, even though it's not relevant to what you're supposed to teach.
Good God.
But yeah, if I was a president, those would be the top 6 things I'd fix. And people might look at me like I'd be a horrible president. Not entirely. I'd be fixing the U.S. from what Biden's imminent doom is.
That's bullshit. I'm sorry, but good God. David is gonna flip his lid when he hears all this.
Do you agree that I'd be a good president?
Probably.
Because I want to support the rights for people and help those in need. That's why I'm part of the archive right now. I'm wanting to help people. Because it's the right thing to do. I believe in equal rights for everyone that's an American citizen, yes. For those who do illegal shit and come into the U.S. illegally, I'm sorry, but if you want those rights the same as American citizens, then you're going to have to become a U.S. citizen. You can't just come into the U.S. and say that you're a U.S. citizen. You're going to have to file paperwork. You're going to have to do some sort of like community service or something to prove to us that you are willing to be a U.S. citizen. Not just come in and say, hey, I'm a U.S. citizen. If you want to come into the U.S. as a visitation or something and visit the U.S. temporarily and then go back to whatever foreign country you're from, that's fine. That's completely fine, but you want to be a full-blown U.S. citizen and expect the same equal rights as a U.S. citizen, then you're going to have to work on becoming a U.S. citizen.
God. What the?
I mean, do they really expect to just come into the U.S. and it all be handed to them on a silver platter? Do they? Because if they do, then they are more confused than a homeless man on house arrest.
Good God, dude. That is just complete bullshit.
Speaking to the choir, bud. Speaking to the choir. I mean, I get that they want to be a U.S. citizen, but they can't just come into the U.S. and expect it all to be handed to them on a silver platter.
I can understand that part, Action.
Just because Biden let them
do what
walk
they
all...
fucking want.
Exactly. If they want the same equal rights and treatment as a U.S. citizen, then they're going to have to come into the U.S. legally and work on becoming a U.S. citizen, not just expect it all to be handed to them on a silver platter. I mean, it's only fair to the American people, because if you just hand them their American rights, just because they waltz into the U.S., then you have your ass backwards from your elbow. Your asshole backwards from your elbow. That's basically what you have. You believe in the equal rights for the immigrants, then you are going to have them work on becoming a U.S. citizen. Not just hand it to them all on a silver platter and say, here you go, have fun. Did you know that it's possible that World War III is also about to kick off? It's possible.
Oh my God,
It's possible. I don't know if this is 100% true or not, but I heard that Russia, if they can't secure Ukraine at all, then they're going to try and bring the fight to everybody. Which, that means World War III would be kicking off. Now, I wouldn't recommend doing that, Russia. If you really want to start a fight with every nation in this world, then you would basically be handing yourself an ass whooping. Because I guarantee you, if a World War III were to kick off, Canada, UK, and the US would be all 3 peas in a pod. I mean, shit, the UK, the Brits, and the US were buddies back in World War II. When they went up against the Germans. So, they might just be buddies again in World War III when they go up against the Russians. If they go up against the Russians, that is.
Yeah, I can understand that action, they got to be punk heads and getting up in everyone's face.
Because World War I, we were the first to defeat the Germans. World War II, again, we whooped the Germans' asses and sent them home packing. World War III, hopefully it's not with the Germans again, because, trust me, that shit's getting old. If it does kick off with the Russians, I guarantee you that Canada, the US, and the UK are going to be all 3 peas in a pod. They're going to straight musketeer the Russians if they decide to go to war with everyone. Just because they think they're mighty doesn't necessarily mean they're mighty. Because Russia's one big state, continent, country, whatever you want to call it. Try going up against the entire world all at once. Yeah, no, you're gonna hand yourself an ass whooping on a silver platter. Because you don't have only the US to worry about, but you have 2 or 3 other nations to worry about. Canada, UK, possibly Japan and France. I mean, I doubt they'd want to stick their noses into a World War III, but if they did, I'm pretty fucking sure that they would stick by going against Russia. So they would be outnumbered 5-1. They'd very much be outnumbered. I mean, unless they want an ass whooping and a half, then that's their choice. But if I was Russia, I would settle down with the Ukraine shit and trying to bring a fight to everybody. Because, sure, Russia may have nukes, but they ain't gonna be able to wipe everybody out at the same time. I mean, it's bad enough it's almost a civil war with Ukraine and Russia. It's almost a civil war. It's not entirely a civil war yet, but give it time, it'll probably get there eventually, and if it does and it kicks off into a World War III, well, then everybody buckle up. And I hate to say this, but there's no way in hell that the U.S. is going to start drafting again. And if they try drafting my ass into the Army, I'm sorry, but I have type 1 diabetes, so you couldn't draft my ass. I mean, you could try. You could try, I mean, unless you want to be picking my ass off the battlefield when I pass out from high or low blood sugar. That's the one thing I hate about diabetes, because when I was 13, I also was heavily uninterested in joining the military, and when I found out that later, and this is right after I got diagnosed with type 1 diabetes. I was at 12 when I got diagnosed, and I thought, when I was 13, I was honestly thinking about joining the military, but then I later found out that the military will not accept diabetics. You have to be physically fit to join the military.
Yeah, I can understand action.
Now, if they did come up with a cure for diabetes, sign me up. I'll be your guinea pig for it, whatever. But as long as it cures my diabetes and allows me to join the military, then I will so happily join the military for y'all. Because I would join the military in a New York heartbeat. But the way the military works right now, they won't accept a diabetic. Even if my diabetes is greatly maintained. I mean, I've nearly died from it a few times, but I keep it level most of the time. The first time I nearly died, I was 21 and I thought I was invincible, and I drank 2 12-packs of soda and, well, caused my blood sugar to skyrocket so high that it put a strain on my heart and nearly took me out of this world. Second time, I was out of my insulin and I could not get any more because apparently my doctor's office doesn't have anyone picking up their phone for some reason. And then the third time I nearly died was because my insulin had expired and I couldn't get more. The fourth time I nearly died is because of bowel blockage. I had a bowel blockage and it kept me from consuming any food or drink. Every time I'd eat or drink something, I'd end up throwing it up about 5 minutes later. And I took my shot that morning. I ate a biscuit, drank some grape juice, and then I went to lying down in the bed. Next thing I know, I wake up in the back of an ambulance. I wake up in the back of an ambulance and a paramedic asking me, do I know where I am? And I said, no. And he said, you're on your way to ARH Hospital. And it felt like I had been hit by a truck. I mean, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't keep my eyes open. For the time I was unconscious until I was in the ambulance, waking up in the back of the ambulance, the only thing that I could see was the dark. I didn't see no pearly gates or hell. All I could see was darkness. And I kept thinking, is this how I'm gonna die? Am I gonna die by this? I don't want to die. And I kept thinking, this is probably how I'm gonna go out. Because my heartbeat rate was up so high and my sugar was so low. I mean, it was dangerously low. It was 27 when I got to the hospital. So when I was here passed out from that, I guarantee you it was probably around 15 or 10. And it's a miracle that my ass is still alive right now, because honestly, I thought I was dead. Because I had no memory of what happened. Because I remember I was in the bed right next to me, the blue one. And then I wake up in the back of an ambulance, and paramedics saying, "Do you know where you're at?" So the remainder of that whole time, which I remember where I woke up and we were in the middle of town, and he said, "Do you know where you're at?" And I said, "No." So that's about a good 20-30 minutes I was unconscious. So I honestly thought I was dead. When they brought me into the ER, I thought that was it. I thought I was done. I don't want to die. Not on my family. Not on my friends. I mean, I got you. I got Darth, Cody, Z-Man, Vexnov, my mom and sister, my nephew, my dogs. Being unconscious for nearly 30 minutes from low blood sugar, I thought I was in a coma. I thought I was never going to wake up.
Yeah, I can understand that action. That is just them being stupid.
I was in the hospital for nearly 2 weeks from that bowel blockage. First I was at ARH for like 3 or 4 days, and tried pumping my stomach out with the tube in my nose and mouth, and they said they pumped nearly 3 gallons out of me, and then they said there's no more that we can do for you right now. We're gonna have to send you to Pikeville, and next thing I know, I'm spending a week at the Pikeville hospital, still getting my stomach pumped. And the worst thing that I could ever endure at both Pikeville and ARH, the worst 2 things I could ever endure there: a catheter and the tube in the nose. Those are the worst things to ever feel, in my opinion. I would rather be punched in the forehead than have to have another catheter in me at all. And the tube in the nose going down my throat, it makes it hard as hell to
Yeah, I can understand that there, Action.
And that day that I passed out, I did almost die because my mom, she found me passed out in the bedroom throwing up. She said that vomit was coming out of my mouth like a water hose or a faucet. And she flipped me on my side. If she hadn't flipped me on my side when she did, I would have drowned in my own vomit. I wouldn't be here right now.
Yeah, Action, let's wait till David gets on. But he's gonna flip his lid when he hears all this. And he's not gonna be a happy guy when he hears all this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.